So your mom who birthed you.
Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. So this is a full video of what transpired with Jaden Smith from he first went missing to presently. So when we put on with thinking hat, when we put on with detective hat and review this video and give me your thoughts and opinion.
Gave you up to your dad. He in turn gave you to his sister. Your mom lives approximately 20 minutes away, taking care of her other children, your siblings. Yet she doesn't visit you. How would you feel? That has been 12-year-old Jayden Smith's life journey at such a tender age.
Manchester High School first former Jaden Smith has been reported missing, triggering a high alert by the police. The 12-year-old from Wales District in Newport, Manchester, has been missing since Friday. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 152 centimeters, 5 feet tall. Jaden was last seen at home about 6:15 a.m., wearing his khaki uniform and brown shoes. He has not been heard from since, a police statement said on Saturday. Anyone with information is being asked to contact the Alligator Pond Police at 876-224-3113, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station.
Thursday, September 26th, 2025. The last normal morning. The morning began like any other. Jaden's uncle Omar handed him 1,500 Jamaican dollars for lunch, and Jaden mentioned he had about 2,000 Jamaican dollars saved and wanted to buy pizza after school. He left home for Bethabara Primary and boarded a taxi as usual. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But later that evening, Jaden didn't return home. His family immediately raised the alarm. A missing person report was filed, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force launched a full-scale search. The operation has included drone surveillance over bushy, rugged terrain around the Wales community, cadaver dogs from the Police Canine Unit, teams from the Specialized Operations Branch, officers from the Missing Persons Desk and Newport Police Station. Searches covered family property, neighboring bushes, wells and water bodies, but no trace of Jaden was found. One unconfirmed sighting placed Jaden near Master Mac supermarket, walking with another student and a woman.
Based on who I spoke with, Jaden was seen along this Wesley Road area here last night. When they raised the alarm, he started to run. One of my staff workers at school saw him, and she said that she had gotten some help from one of the male persons that was on the road that was going in the other direction. They could have held on to him, but by the time they could have done anything, he disappeared somewhere in the area.
However, police cautioned that this may have been a case of mistaken identity. Meanwhile, rumors exploded on social media. Some users falsely claimed Jaden's body had been found, while others accused family members of involvement. One particularly damaging rumor alleged that the family killed Jaden and threw his body into a pit, a claim police dismissed as unsubstantiated. Jaden's aunt and uncle said these lies have put their lives at risk, made them afraid to leave their home, and caused deep emotional distress.
So I'm even glad to say the search come this morning, because I tell my wife, I say, me not go on no search, because I know who might thought if my life in a danger. My life can be in danger same way, because people say me look wicked. You can't just look on up, better than say me ugly. Better than say me ugly, but not say me wicked.
According to CCTV footage and eyewitness accounts, Jaden was last seen at the Little Caesars restaurant in Mandeville on Friday, in the company of his schoolmates. Jaden entered the restaurant, bought food, and lingered for some time. He was seen giving his umbrella to a friend and reportedly told others he was waiting for a cousin. However, according to his aunt, that cousin had not attended school that day and was unaware of any such plans. But that brought up another question. Which cousin was Jaden referring to? His aunt and uncle's son Demar, or their daughter Shanique, who had flown to Jamaica on the same day. Sources close to investigators say what happened the day before Jayden went missing is a crucial part of the investigation. Shanique's son was taken to hospital on Thursday after he fell and sustained injuries while playing with Jayden. One account says the baby fell, while another report stated that it was Jayden who fell on the baby, but it wasn't intentional. Shanique, who was overseas at the time, immediately flew in after she was informed of the incident. She arrived on the island the following day, the Friday Jayden went missing. Here is the aunt's version of the story.
So on Thursday evening, maybe around 6:30, he and my grandson, who is Zaire Cook, 2 years old, he's a United States citizen, so he came down just a month ago to be with us. And he have a cartoon with a little action cartoon on it where he jumps and he do the action. So he was there in the living room doing it with Jayden. I don't know exactly because I was in my bedroom. I don't know exactly what the intent of the movement was. But then in the room I hear Zaire scream out. So I rushed to the room only to find him on the ground crouching his legs like this. So I pick him up, rush into the room, and then I realized that I can't move him. So I said something is seriously wrong. I called my husband and said, okay, we're going to rush him to the hospital. I called Jayden. I said, Jayden, what happened? Jayden said he fell on his leg. I said, okay. I said, Jayden, you just have to be more careful when playing with the baby. That's all we said. All of us got ready and we went off to the hospital.
All of us, as in her son, Damar, who is Jayden's cousin, along with her husband, Damar's father, who is Jayden's uncle, and Jayden himself. The five, including the baby, set off for the hospital. Shanique, who is the mother of the baby, would arrive in Jamaica the following day. But what were her emotions like after hearing the news about her son's injuries allegedly caused by Jayden? And more importantly, did she play a part in Jayden's disappearance? When questioned, the cousin's story allegedly changed multiple times. First, she claimed she didn't see Jayden that day. Later, she admitted she had spoken to him, briefly. Her timeline didn't match witness accounts, and investigators noted inconsistencies. In early October, a video surfaced online showing the cousin speaking out publicly for the first time. In it, she pleaded for Jayden's safe return and sent him a message to come home. This has divided public opinion. Some see it as a sign of innocence and concern, while others view it as suspicious.
I am the cousin of Jayden Smith, the little boy that is missing. I am also the mother of the little boy, the 2-year-old that fell and broke his thigh. There's a lot of speculation about one possibility of him being ill-treated by my mom, which is not the case. And if anyone knows my family, knows that my mother is a nurturer, right? And she has taken Jayden in after finding out that her brother was the father of Jayden and realized that he needed a little bit more attention. And she decided that she was going to take him in whether or not her brother assisted with him financially or not, which he has been doing, right? So that was never an issue. When I was called that my son fell and broke his leg after playing with Jayden, at no point in time it crossed my mind that it was something malicious, because Jayden is not that type of child. At no point in time I thought anything bad. Boys being boys, he's a 2-year-old boy that is very active, and every time I video call, he's always on the bed jumping and listening to some song, dancing. So at no point in time I thought anything ill of the situation. Immediately the thing is, okay, let's take him to the hospital and find out what is wrong.
However, claims from social media users who say they spoke with community members shared a different story. They say Shanique's behavior was the opposite of calm.
From she get the news about the child, a rage span into her like never before. Exactly. Definitely. Watch me on him. You think I didn't put that back on him? She tell him mother some whole heap of things. She tell him mother some whole heap of things. Where you say, where you get that from? When she tell him mother said, can't talk on like Evanti Dana, man. Sure.
Despite the suspicion, police have not named her as a suspect. She remains a person of interest and has been interviewed more than once, according to sources close to the investigation. At the moment, Shanique is back overseas.
Yes. Found out that he broke his femur. Okay. And we're just in the process of just getting treatment. Initially, Jayden was at the hospital on the Thursday night when it happened. Then everybody left my mom at the hospital with the baby, went home. Jayden went to school the following day and just did not come back home today. So mom was at the hospital with me on Friday when she left to go home, and then she called me saying that Jayden is not home. Initially, I'm like thinking, did he think that because what happened to the baby and the fact that the baby is in the hospital, is he thinking he did something wrong, and is he being hard on himself, that kind of thing? So that's definitely the first thing that ran through my mind, because overall we have no idea of anything else that would actually cause Jayden to not return home.
Jayden's aunt, Shanique's mother, was recently interviewed by social media users, more specifically TikTokers thinking they're actual investigators. Although some would say they're opening locked doors.
As I said, I couldn't tell whether Jayden was at the back or the front or the side of Zaire. I saw the baby on the ground, crunching to his leg or holding on to his leg and screaming like hell. So I pick him up. And when I pick him up, I realize that he's crying even more. So I rushed to my room with him and put him on the bed. When I tried to put him down, I realized he was screaming even more. I even said to myself, I wonder if he'll break him back. I called to Jayden from my room and said, Jayden, what happened to Zaire? Jayden repeated to me and said, Auntie Paula, Jayden, Zaire fell and hit his leg. I called to my husband immediately and I said to him, something happened to Zaire and I don't know how serious it is, and we need to rush him to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, that is when I called my daughter to let her know that something happened to Zaire. I even took the picture of Zaire's leg in the car and sent it to my daughter. Zaire's leg was also on Jayden's foot because Zaire, me and Jayden was at the back of the car. You understand? When I went to the hospital, I went to Hargreaves first. When I went to Hargreaves first, the justice I got at Hargreaves, I was not satisfied. So we left with the letter to go to Mandeville. I was there until Minister 12 before Zaire's name called for me to go back inside. I called how many times? I said, imagine, it's a baby and the
that
baby
was just
is
to
out
be
here
registered,
in pain.
not to be seen, just registered.
Not to be seen, you know, to be registered after 12. I called to a lady who was at the customer care desk and I said to her, imagine I am here from Hargreaves with a letter with the baby and nobody seeing the baby. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. Can you imagine that? And the baby was in pain. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. And I could not move. I want to use the bathroom and I could not move. And I never get through until minutes after 5 the next morning when they said that after we got through, we get inside and they sent me to do an x-ray because when the doctor saw Zaire, she said to me, this is not looking good. She said, bring him into the room, let we examine him. When she pulled the baby pampers, she called a next doctor and said, it seems like the baby broke some bone. And she write up the x-ray paper immediately and she sent me to the x-ray. It was me and my husband that was there because my husband was still there with me.
Because they went with you? Okay.
Yes, all of them went with me. Because normally when we going out, we don't leave anybody.
Okay, good.
And we went to the x-ray, we get the x-ray done, and I went back in because they would send the report to the doctor by the screen then. So you would have to bring the paper itself to the doctor. So when she looked at it, she said to me that the baby bone break. And I was sent back again to sit in the seat again until minutes after 6 when they said to me that they're going to admit the baby. It was about maybe 5:30 some minutes to 6 that my husband said to me he's going to leave because remember the kids are going to school. I said, okay, when you go home, let them are ready and come down that he can help me with the baby that I can go to the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. Okay. Then I came down, I called my husband when he reached home and I said to him, no, he called me and asked me how much is Jaden's lunch money. I said, give Jaden $1,200. He turned to me and said he doesn't have a $200, so he's going to give Jaden $1,500. I said, okay, no problem. My husband cooked the morning when he went up back and give Jaden cooked food to go to school. 6:30 they left the house and they went out the road. And my husband carried kids to school, so he dropped Jaden at the roadside at the shop and went to the opposite direction to pick up his kids to bring to the school.
All right, hold on. Sorry, let me just ask you one question. What time is your husband left the hospital?
Either 5:30 or minutes to 6.
And he done cook by 6:30? I reach home and cook by 6:30?
Because we were cooking from the Thursday night, so he just go and finish it.
So how long you live from the hospital? How far? How much minutes away? Half hour, 1 hour?
Well, I cannot say how far it was.
So you live in Newport and you was in Mandeville at the hospital?
Right.
Okay, so that will be about 15 to 20 minutes drive back home.
Yeah, but maybe about that or maybe half an hour, depends.
Oh,
Mommy.
okay.
Mommy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask a question. Where did Jaden say the baby fell from?
Well, Jaden did not say. He only said that the baby fell and hit his leg. That's the only thing Jaden said to me.
But I heard earlier that the baby fell from the jump from the bed.
No, she did not say that.
That's not what she said.
That the baby loves to do that.
She did actually say so. In one interview, she stated that the baby fell and sustained injuries.
I called to Jaden from my room and said, Jaden, what happened to Zaire? Jaden repeated to me and said, Auntie Paula, Zaire fell and hit his leg.
In another interview, she stated that it was Jaden who fell on the baby's leg.
I called Jaden. I said, Jaden, what happened? Jaden said he fell on his leg. I said, okay. I said, Jaden, you just have to be more careful when playing with the baby. That's all we said. All of us got ready and we went off to the hospital.
Although there's a slight inconsistency, that could mean nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
Inconsistency. You have to remember, if the family member story is not being consistent, people only have a right to say what them a tell lie, and rightfully so. But you're on the other side. You have to remember, this is a very stressful situation. And if you're in a stressful situation, what go kick in? Panic and anxiety. You understand? So you have to be realistic, sir. When you're in a stressful situation, you know, always get the story right. So that on the next side you have to think about them, who knows? Them probably can tell lie or probably not. Or probably the situation is so stressful that she mix up her story. But tell me what you think.
Jaden's family has remained vocal and emotional. His uncle, Omar Thompson, told reporters, "We want some closure. When you look for him to come home in the evening and you are not seeing him, you have to really wonder what happened."
Yes, man, you want some closure. At least the police them there, me tell them so they can search anyway they want, and if they want to come back, then free to come.
They insist they have nothing to hide and are urging everyone, including the cousin, to speak the full truth about what happened that day. They believe someone knows more than they are saying.
Last time in here, somebody say, we kill him and in the picture of the police. We carry them right around the whole house. And if they want to go into the bush, that's why we're willing to follow them. We don't have nothing to hide.
However, social media users remain skeptic.
Now, me personally run away when me 11 year old. Yes, me personally, me August, run away when me 11. With that being said, that little boy, is either gonna beat him, make him run away, or gonna beat him, kill him. Me no born yesterday.
I feel that maybe Shani told him, wait on me because I'm coming to pick you up after school.
So who is Shani?
Remember, Zaire mother.
The baby mother?
She's the only cousin who drives.
Oh, so Shani could have come down from far in the Friday and she would have wanted to pick up Jaden from school.
That's the only thing I see right there because Jaden
So
take
why would
taxi to
Shanique
home.
want to pick up Jaden from school after her child hip got broken?
I don't have a clue.
When police said they were this alive, yeah. Because if Shani came down Friday, Jaden normally find his way home from school. Is it that she would want to question him to see what happened? Why she would have picked him up from school?
Maybe that's happened.
So did the police question Shanique to find out why is it that
No, Shanique is not here. Shanique went back overseas the Wednesday.
Another question is, do you think the police should question the cousin then?
Yes, I tell the detective personally it's because Shanique can question actually Jamaica too fast. Let me tell you now, them class me already and them class me already and them cuss me already and them do all manner of all evil.
Ellie, thank you, baby. Really
Stop the
appreciate
search. I stopped the search. I was the one who let the JDF helicopter fly in Mandeville Friday looking for Jaden. I was the one who let the drone fly Thursday looking for Jaden.
Wow. Wow. So what you say, ma'am? Jaden has never been missing. There is no other cousin that would have picked him up from school. Okay, Shan, let me ask you something here tonight. When you heard that the child hand was broken or his leg or whatever part of the child's body was broken, Jaden auntie who came out and said she never did any cussing to him, was she the type of person that if the baby hand break or the baby got damaged for her to get upset and get really aggravated?
Well, me tell her, say, she just never tell Jaden to be careful next time because we are all Jamaican parents.
But you believe that she should deal with him in a manner allegedly?
Yes. We are all Jamaican parents. Me just now, if my son make me my daughter drop off of the bed, me I go beat him. And me I go buff him. Because I hear the big one.
Well, let me tell you something. If the cousin needs to be questioned, she can't hide in America because the Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, my prime minister, he knows to get to people and they know they can do things that she have to comply with the law. I think that something terrible went wrong. I don't think that Jaden is alive. That's my perspective. Based on what you just tell me that allegedly it's a cousin pick him up. I cannot spin the narrative to say what took place, but this little boy would not. Remember, you guys stated on the internet that he is a good student, very well in school, doing good. The auntie that is speaking on the internet, do you think that she's the type of person who would have come up for her daughter?
Of course, our one daughter.
Several individuals have been on social media with claims stating that they're related to Jaden.
Hello people, good morning. This is a family member of Jayden Smith. I do not like to show my face, so don't take it as no disrespect. But I have news. I have good news and I have bad news. The family is not telling the full truth. If you guys want to know the truth, put me on the live. I will tell you everything what happened that day, the day when Jaden went missing, and where he's at right now, or if he's still alive.
The JCF continues to treat this as a missing person case. They have issued stern warnings that harboring a missing child without notifying authorities is a crime. Investigators are combing through CCTV footage, phone data, and witness statements, but have not announced any suspects or arrests. Police have also condemned the false tips and prank calls flooding their lines, warning that these are wasting critical time.
And somehow, L.A. Lewis get involved. I don't know if that good or bad, but I hope him not misleading to show off the people them. You know, so them can get to do them work good. And some of him part seem like him a make it about himself. So I cut out the part them where matter about himself, like about Maroon Chief and Emperor and stuff. Like you know, that the party seem like about him. So I cut them out. Yeah, so tell me what you think. Give me your views.
L.A. Lewis, a man who Jamaicans are still unsure of his occupation, recently sat with the actual mother of Jayden. According to the mother, she regrets leaving Jayden in the care of the family.
My family chopping us up like rain, so we can't go on.
I just, let me say, just because she never know, right? So the people them will get critical against this woman at the time she had made her best decision that she would have think. That it was her best. That she don't give away.
You don't give away, no. I fall like it.
Because our father people.
Yeah, father people.
So he's entitled to have the child.
Yes.
To see him as.
So the father come check first thing, if not go on, if you can, you know, the father come check it from the pit missing? No. You not come check it from the pit missing?
No man, you can't link him man. You know, you probably should not go remember.
Father, link with people.
Yeah man, you check him out one time. You say no way they didn't go check him one time.
Yeah, cause.
Yeah man. 2 weeks ago.
I one thing, if you're the mother, if you don't agree, and one time you have to agree when you come out to the kidney.
When you come to pick him, you have to agree.
You have to put all different aside. So father, call me, we could get your side of the views. More you follow it up, mama, more you go link with the father, or unite together and follow up the case with the police them. You have your phone now, mama. Buy your chip tomorrow morning. You understand? Call me. You understand? Who are organize the people, who are organize up a search there. Don't want to take too long neither. You understand? And people who out there, watch the whole of the place and start watch out the next door neighbor. Start look over the yard fence. Yeah. As soon as anybody with shovel, take a picture of them. I could have even niggle. Anybody see with a shovel, take it and send to the police station, send it to a fair phone, send to my phone. For instance, with shovel or pick a stick like them go dig. Once if you know see them on the farm, call me. Because the body can be anywhere. So the whole of Perth the Indian, right? Perth Tree Road, Perth Road people.
Lead to Spur Tree.
Lead to Spur Tree Road. Yes, and I think them said the grandmother for the mother for the girl come from a different country and come live with the father around there. Someone to watch the whole place, people. I could have even a Kingston, a Shantytown. Anybody see with a shovel, like them gonna make a one big, take a video of them, call the nearest police station, call the Maroon Emperor 1876 7734594. Call the Nyankepong Maroon Government Office 1876 669 3330. Call the Maroon Government Office. Anybody who has with a shovel, remember, if we can lead me to the case, that right there, some people, is $500 or $100,000. It depends on how close I get to the case. If you can give a concrete evidence and yes on the body there, that is $2 million Jamaican dollar. But remember, me give out the $1 million with Naya case, people. So we put $2 million upon the boss lady, because this is a baby, and a baby that could have been the next prime minister. Kind of smart.
You're smart. You are intelligent.
Yeah, you know something. You think there's some jealousy in that thing. I think there's some jealousy in that thing.
When you lick up on my 3-year-old boy, intelligent. Yeah, man. You're right, man. When you lick up, I'm right, you know.
People, may go up on that place from here, say, they might have him, store him, or him by the mic there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to there with my left hand. Yes, I'm just telling you, because they know say Trump put money on the line. So that's why you see me get all of the information.
Things are coming to you, you know.
Yeah, man. Remember, you know.
Information are coming up.
You see, when you see the Maroon Emperor, remember saying, solving crime, do what?
Yes.
Because the Maroon Emperor have the money.
Yeah.
Solving crime, pay.
Alright.
So, and that me try to tell Andrew, say, give the police some at least $10 million when they go solve case. Because people solving crime pay, call the Maroon Government Office anytime. And people, only can send some phone card to the phone to keep the show alive. You understand? A line phone 7734594. 1876 7734594. Or the follow the page, people, keep the gift them coming. Tap up the screen, people. So people, on the finally say, Jayden Smith's mother is not a mad woman.
Poor Jayden.